And welcome to the recording. I seem to have no luck whatsoever when it comes to dry weekends in Season 3 of my career with McLaren-Honda. At least this one's in the practice. I don't know what the forecast is going to be for the race weekend, but with my luck, it'll be raining buckets like it is now. My previous recording of my practice program, the race strategy, somehow I messed up the settings, and my commentary wasn't heard, so bit of a noob mistake. So, what can you do? You were spared from this god-awful commentary during the practice. Now that my voice is being heard, I really don't know what to say. I finished all of my practice programs in P1, so now I'm just getting some consistent lap time. Well, not consistent lap times, but I'm going to do 10 laps in P2, and it turned out to be raining, so this is kind of a, forgive the pun, a wash, because the forecast for the race showed no rain, so I'm actually practicing in rain for really no good reason. But 30 resource points are on the table if I participate in the practice, go penalty free, and finish the maximum of 10 laps. You're capped at 10, like you get 1 resource point for every lap you complete in practice, but it's capped at 10, because then you could just drive, for the 90 minutes, lap after lap after lap, collecting resource points, which kind of defeats the purpose of making it difficult. Well, not difficult, but makes it a bit of a chore to collect resource points. But I guess this does help me out for seasons down the road here in England, the rain capital of the world, pretty much. It seems to rain all the time here there in England, and if I can get some laps done now in the rain in practice, then if it does rain in one of my following seasons or careers, if I go back to other saves, then I've got that under my belt. But okay, I follow Lewis Hamilton in F1. Pretty much have when he burst onto the scene. In 2007 or 8. He was at McLaren, which was awesome because McLaren is, they're my beloved team. I love McLaren. I'm so embarrassed at how poor Honda engines are in real life. It's humiliating. It's embarrassing. You'll listen to the Fernando memes. But yeah, so I follow Hamilton, not because I'm from Hamilton, but because Hamilton's a British driver, and I'm part British. So by extension, I'm a Mercedes fan. But when it comes to the F1 games, I choose McLaren because they're my first love. Always go back to your first love. And like driving the Mercedes, like I have a Mercedes career save, and driving that Mercedes is fun. It is really fun because that car is strong right out of the gate. But it's, I don't know, like, I don't know how to explain it without sounding arrogant or whatever, but constantly winning in the Mercedes.
We're expecting the rain to get better in around 5 minutes. Light rain in 5 minutes time.
Just wasn't fun. Thank Jeff for the interference there, or the interruption. But yeah, it's just not fun if you're winning all the races. So I've spent my first 2 seasons at McLaren, stinking it up, bringing up the rear. I'm not going to go through everything I did in the first 2 seasons, except to say that I put a lot of resource points into durability, which is the reliability of your engine. And then after I got comfortable with the components as they were, I started working on engine upgrades, quality control, forgotten what the other part of that is, but it took me, let's see, I think in Monza, which I think is round 13 of this season, in season 2, where I got the final ultimate upgrade for my engine, for the drivetrain, and upgraded it as far as I possibly could, got it to 100%. And for, I think, 3 or 4 weeks after that, I had the fastest car on the grid. I had the fastest car on the grid, engine-wise. The McLaren in F1 2017 has the worst engine, like it does in real life, and so I took the McLaren from 10th place engine-wise to top of the grid first. Now, the rest of the car was not as good as the engine. It had a pretty good chassis, aero not so much, but I got it up to first in engine-wise, so I could compete with the Mercedes in a straight line. But everywhere else on the track, I was pretty much left in the dust. I finally got into the points in a couple of races, which was amazing. It felt so good to get into the points, that not that quickly, but it was just a 9th place finish here, a 10th place there, in the points. Like I said, 2 points, 1 point. And my overall car was 4th on the grid, because just from the engine upgrade alone, the drivetrain, got my entire package, phrasing, to 4th best on the grid. And then came the patch 1.09, where they took the mid-season numbers and applied it to the game. So Force India, who was I think two cars behind me, maybe just one, like way behind me, way behind McLaren after my upgrade, and it shot way ahead. So I got dumped to 5th car on the grid by a long shot, and so into season 3, I started on the chassis upgrades, and I think I'm doing a fairly steady job. I've got all 5 what the hell is it called? You've got your quality control and shoot, it makes it cheaper. Forgot what it's called, but these upgrades make the upgrades cheaper to purchase, so right now a minor upgrade will only cost me $500 to fix or to start. Major upgrades cost $750, and ultimates are $1,000. Everything's been cut in half. All the prices have been cut in half. I only have 2 quality control upgrades, so I don't know, maybe I need 3, because like I was saying, I should have had 3 upgrade, 2 minor upgrades and a major upgrade for Silverstone, and one of the minor upgrades failed quality control, so that was a little annoying. I expected like this upgrade, or all those 3 upgrades that I had set up for Silverstone should have put me into 3rd place in chassis, just ahead of Red Bull and behind Mercedes. And Ferrari, I think, has the best chassis so far in this career. And when it failed, I wasn't able to get it up into 3rd, so I'm still 4th in the chassis. It was a tire wear, minor tire wear upgrade, which would have helped out tremendously, because this track is very hard on tires. So, I was a little disappointed there. I got enough fuel, I'm going to throw it up into rich revs. See if I can steal that P1 from Hamilton. So yeah, that was a little annoying. But now, all the minor upgrades are going to cost 500 resource points, and I get close to 600 per weekend. So if I play my cards right, I might be able to get, an upgrade every week, or wait one week and get enough. Get enough for a major upgrade, or even an ultimate. So, and that's every week, instead of waiting 2 or 3 weeks just to get enough for one upgrade. I can get one every week, which I absolutely love. It's going to mean it'll be the difference between being the 2nd or 3rd car on the grid chassis wise, or 6th or 7th on the grid. Jeff was interrupting. Knock knock, who's there interrupting? Moo! Oh, shit. My split time dipped. I won't be able to beat Hamilton. Ah, son of a bitch. Oh well. I'm done. I got my 10 laps in, even though it says 11, it's actually 10. So, I'm going to return to the garage. And, if I left my rambling in the middle of a thought. I forgot what I was talking about, so such is my life now. Anyway, thanks for watching along, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and God damn it, Jeff.
1 minute 46.7.
If you liked it, don't forget to like, subscribe, and maybe click on that bell to get instant notifications. Thanks. Peace.